Hey guys, welcome back. Henderson How-To and Review. Today we're going to be talking about the Ghost Controls gate openers, talking about our gate a little bit, showing you how to program your controllers to each other, showing you how to program a controller to your motherboard for your gate. I'll come grab the camera and give you a little closer view. Okay, hey guys, we came over here to where the motherboard is and the battery pack is for the gate. We went with the Ghost Controls Pro openers. They're made for larger size gates, ornamental gates. They are probably a little bit overpowered for the gates we actually have because our gates are aluminum. Our driveway is 18 feet wide, so our gates are approximately 9 foot each, maybe 8 foot 10, somewhere like that. But we went with aluminum because how big the gates are. They're, a steel gate that big would be very heavy. So we went with aluminum. We went with the Pro openers, the Ghost Controls. Here's the motherboard. The panel comes off like this, comes straight up. All you got to run to these gate openers, if you go hardwired, a lot of people confuse hardwired with thinking you have to run a big power wire out to where your gate opener is going to be. It's not. It's as simple as like a 16 gauge wire is all you need, and all it is basically a trickle charger for your batteries. That confused me because when I bought it being hardwired, I thought it was a hardwired gate. It isn't. The gate always runs on 12 volts. You can't wire it to run off your house directly. It has to run off 12 volts. The only thing hardwired mean is that you have a hardwired trickle charger basically. So here's your motherboard. Here is the dual battery bank. You can get it with one battery or two batteries. So we had to put a wire in that ran from here all the way over to our panel on the side of the house to get our power. I ran a direct buried 12-2 because we also have lights on the front of our columns we wanted to power. So the 12-2 comes to here, and then we split out of here for the outlet for the trickle charger, go into the openers, and then it goes through the column to catch a light on this column on the front. It goes in the driveway. What I did was we already had a saw cut there, so I saw cut it again right beside it, about half an inch or an inch wider, dug it out, and I ran my wires down in that cut. You can't even see them. And it goes over to that column, goes to a little junction box, goes through the column for the light on the front, and then the wire for the opener goes to its opener. But here is the motherboard, here is the battery bank. I will show you how to program your main controller to your motherboard. It's extremely easy. Come up here, find the button. Let me find it real quick. Right here, Learn XMTR. Hold it. And you hold your button. That's simple. It's learned. Now, once you've learned one remote to it, don't make the mistake like I did and thinking I have to bring every remote out here and do the same thing. Because whichever one you learn to the motherboard, that needs to be the only one. If you need to learn another remote for another vehicle, you put the remotes together. Come a little closer. You put your remote, your main controller remote that you just learned to your motherboard on top, and you put the remote you want to learn on the bottom. And it's a simple. You hit the learn button. 3 seconds approximately. Light stays on. You hit the button, and then I can check that with this and see if it worked. See, I stopped the gate with the new controller that I just learned, and I can close it back. Extremely easy. Hit learn for 3 seconds on the bottom remote. Once the light stays on constant, hit the top remote that's already been learned to the motherboard, and the gate will start moving. As that happens, you'll see this light down here either flash or go off. If that happens, it should go off. Once it goes off, it's learned. And then you can check it, obviously, just hitting the button again to stop the gate. Okay guys, welcome back. I'm going to go over a few of the reasons we picked Ghost Control, some of the reasons we went with them over some of the other companies. I'm also going to talk about the controller right here. This is a wireless controller for the system, so we don't have to bury any wires or do anything like that, or any cutting for wires to go anywhere. It takes two double A's or something like that in it. Real simple. A couple screws on the back, hold it in place. This is the mount that I bought from Ghost Controls to hold it. This is a piece of 2-inch square tubing. that I just got from my buddy's welding shop. Got it from him, scrap piece, painted it black with some spray paint. It's very sturdy, and all I did was take a 2x4 and I drove it straight in the ground. I didn't bury it, nothing like that. This gate has some really cool features to it. You can set it in party mode, which means when people come up, well, I can have it to where it's just open if I want it open. I can do it in party mode, which it'll basically, somebody can drive up here, and I can have it set to where if they hit any button on the controller at all, the gate will open. And you can set it just for one day for party mode. You have a party, everybody coming over that you don't want everybody having your code. They come up, they hit any button, the gate opens, closes behind them when you have it set. You can set it to where it runs out by date. You can give someone a code, make them a code, and give it to somebody, and you can make that code good for a day, a week, a month. You can set codes to where it's good for so many uses. You can give someone a code, make a code for them, and that's their own code, and it only works 10 times or 20 times or one time, whatever you want it to be. It has a lot of cool features like that. One of our biggest selling points on the Ghost Control gate was the lifetime warranty on the motors and the main parts of the warranty, or the openers. I've called customer service a few times to test them out. I had to call them about the controllers because I kept trying to program each controller to the motherboard, and then the other controller wouldn't work. And the guy explained to me, yeah, you only program one, then you program the other remotes, however many you want, from the remote. But got it right on the phone, no issue getting them on the phone. The guy taught me right through it. And I was talking to him because I actually purchased my gate about 10 months before I actually put the openers on the gate. I purchased the openers last September or October, and I just put them in about 2 or 3 months ago. I just put the openers actually on. The gate's been on longer than that, but I didn't have time to really mess with it and want to bury the wire all the way across the yard and all, so I finally broke down one weekend when we weren't doing something else. I said, I'm going to do the openers this weekend. And I was worried about that because I told him, I said, I've had them sitting in the garage for a year, almost 10 months. And he said, man, no issues, no worries. We're really good about covering stuff. If you have any issues with anything, call us for sure. Warranty will cover most things, wear and tear. If it's just something that broke because you did it, obviously they're not going to cover it. But if it's like the gearing in a motor that's broke after a couple months, they're obviously going to cover it. The motherboard going out prematurely, they're going to cover it, things like that. And that's my take on it. That's what I got from them. I don't work for them. I'm not sponsored by them. They didn't pay me for this video. This is just my opinion of the opener. They seem like down-to-earth people, and they're just right around the corner from us. They're only about an hour and a half away in Tallahassee. But all I heard was good things about them. I watched some videos online of people that had the Ghost Controls openers. Everybody seemed to love them. We've had them for about 2 or 3 months now. Haven't had a single issue out of them. They work great. The batteries, they work great. If power goes out, the gate opener still works. Nothing to worry about there because you're running on 12 volt. And you can actually get the solar panel if you want to go on the fence to charge the batteries. Because you can run it completely independent in solar, or you can run it hardwired. Which, don't let the hardwired fool you. It's not hardwired. It's just a trickle charger, basically charging your 12 volt batteries. The gate opener only works on 12 volt. It does not work on 120 AC coming from your home. But yeah, we love it. It works great. We've got 2 or 3 controllers. My truck, I have one. My wife has one. Our daughter has one. We have a master code for us to use. My family all have their own code. It's very simple, very easy to use. It's very smooth. It beeps when it opens, beeps when it closes. You can set the time too also if you want it to be open 10 seconds, if you want it to be open a minute, if you want it to be however long you want it to be open, you can set that on the motherboard. And it's as simple as hitting a button and counting the blinks. If you want it to be open 10 seconds, it blinks 10 times. If you want it to be open 30 seconds, you let it blink 30 times, you let go of the button. I have it set on 30 seconds, which works really well. Sometimes I think about maybe shortening it to 20 because I always like to make sure it shuts before I leave. They also have parts you can get for this gate to make it where you can control it from your phone. You can see it, make sure it's closed. You can open and close it from your phone if you have people coming over. But I hope this helped you a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. They're great openers. They seem like great people. They answer the phone when you call them. If not, they get right back with you. The openers work great. They're not crazy expensive. They are a little more than some of the ones you can buy in the big box stores, but I think they're worth it. I hope this helped, and I'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Henderson How-To and Review. Today we're going to be talking about the Ghost Controls gate opener, talking about our gate a little bit.